your voice agent shouldn't just answer calls, should also be able to book the meeting for you. So in this episode, I will wire up an N8N HTTP node to create a real booking in the cal.com API and return it as a Google Meet link. All in a few minutes. This will be a short episode and no code required. You do not need to be a developer to know how to do this stuff. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike Armstrong. I'm the founder of Dynaflow. And if you own a small business or you're a tech lead or you run an agency, this series will show you how to build a voice agent, and these agents will be powerful. They'll be easy to build. You don't need to be a coder to do it, and they will definitely deliver you value. It's a beginner, very, very user-friendly series. This is part 4 in the series. And in the last series, we built an agent using Retail AI. If you want to know how to do this, check out part 1 of my series in the videos. And then we used the CalBook meeting function to get availability and a name and send that to the N8N webhook. And that data came into the N8N webhook. And then in part 3, the last episode, we did a field set node to manage the data, showed you how to do that. So in this episode, we are going to create an HTTP node, which will be a post node to basically ping the cal.com API and set up the Google Meet for you. All right, so just to kind of review that, this is the flow. The phone call came in using Twilio, and then Retail AI collects the information from the user and then pings cal.com API to get availability, sends that back to the AI. Then that gets sent to N8N for the workflow and processing, all using an LLM or the agent. I'm going to call my agent and book a meeting, so you get to hear how the agent sounds, how she sounds, and how she books the meeting. So here we go. This will be a live demo.
Hello, this is Ami from Dynaflow AI. How can I help you today?
Hey, I'd like to book a meeting, please.
I'd be happy to help you book a meeting. Could I get your full name and a quick idea of what you'd like to discuss during the meeting? That way I can make sure we get you set up with the right person.
My name is Mike Armstrong, and I have a web design company. I want to set up a voice agent for my web design company.
Got it. So just to confirm, your name is Mai, and you run a web design company, and you're interested in setting up a voice agent for your business. If I got your name wrong,
My name is Mike Armstrong.
Thanks for clearing that up, Arfang. I promise I'm better with names after the second try. So you'd like to set up a voice agent for your web design company. Sounds like a great move. Let me check our available meeting slots for you. I'll find a few options so you can pick what works best. One sec while I pull up the calendar. All right. Arfang, here are a few slots we have open. Monday at 6 a.m. Perfect. Just to confirm, you'd like to book a meeting on Monday at 6 a.m., right? I'll go ahead and lock that in for you. One moment while I get everything set up. You're all set, Arfang. Your meeting is booked for
Thank you.
6 a.m.
All right, great. So we can see that all worked. The CalBook meeting came in. She got my name wrong, but that actually was a first. Usually she's pretty good with the names. That all comes into, as we discussed, into N8N through Retail AI, and then that gets sent to the data management tool, let's call it. And then next is going to be create a booking, which is going to be an HTTP node. So I'm going to create that for you today, and we're going to jump right into that. So the first thing you need to do is, let's go into editor first of all, and then you click add node, and then this is going to be my other screen. So this is going to be an HTTP. So you can actually just type in HTTP request here. Okay, that's going to pop up. So this is a new node in N8N. It's going to be an HTTP request. The type is, or the method is going to be get. It's going to be a get request. And then the URL we are going to drop into here is this one here, which is api.cal.com/v2/bookings. Now what this is the cal.com API URL. And this is specifically referencing the get a booking URL. And that's here. So you can actually like enter your values or your parameters into this section here. Like let's say there's a booking ID, and then it will return that it will actually set up this as JSON for you here. So yeah, so this is all the information that you need. And we're going to put that into N8N into the HTTP request node. But I just want to let you know that this is coming from the cal.com API, and this is the documentation section, which is cal.com/docs/API-reference-v2 bookings. Yeah, maybe I'll leave a link to that in the description. That's a little bit of a long URL. Anyway, next we want to click on authentication. We want to check generic credential type. And then we want to grab the agent. Sorry, the type is header auth. So again, URL authentication, and then generic auth type. And then header auth will be the agent. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. I'm using Dynaflow Voice Agent 3, which I believe is the workflow for N8N here. And then next, we want to scroll down and we want to leave send query parameters unchecked, but we do want to check send headers. So send headers is going to be green to the right. And then in the specify headers field, we want to check using fields below, which is already checked. So that's fine. Just leave it as. And then for the name, you can put in cal-API-version. And then the value will be 2004-813. And I think that comes from here. So, I mean, basically you can drop this data into your N8N workflow, which is what we're doing here. And then we want to click, nope, that's good. Then we want to go down and click on send body. So check that. So it's green and to the right. And then you'll see body content type. Leave that as JSON. What is JSON, you might be asking yourself? Well, JSON is JavaScript or object notation. And basically what JSON is a format, and it's used for storing and exchanging data. It's readable by humans, but the cool thing is that JSON is based on JavaScript and its object syntax, but it's language independent. So you can also use JSON in other languages like Python, Java, C#, PHP, and so on and so forth. So that's a little quick lesson on what JSON is. Again, these how-to tutorials are designed for business owners and agency owners who are not developers, because I'm not a developer. I'm building my agents using low code, but it's good to understand the protocols, the acronyms, and a little bit about the concepts as well and what they do. All right, jumping back into N8N. So the next thing we want to drop here is body parameters. So where are we here? Yeah, so we want to, and because we need to specify what this is, and the value specification is application/JSON. And actually we can reset that value, that you don't need that. And then you want to click send body. And then finally, this is the last step we're going to drop in JSON. You want to using JSON, and then you want to click in this JSON, which is JSON.stringify bracket $JSON bracket. And that's it. That is the node that we need to set up, which is the HTTP request node, which is a create a booking node. Now, if we go into executions and we check the agent so what we're going to do here is earlier on in the episode, I called the agent and booked a meeting, and then that will show up. You can see that shows up here in the node, and this data comes through with my email. Here's the Google Meet, which got booked in the cal.com API, which we looked at earlier, which is this part. And then, so that is all done. And then all we need to do after that is let the user know. So that will be a respond webhook, which will get sent back into Retail AI. And as you can see, after response, this will get sent back to the LLM, and then it will get sent back to Retail AI. Let me know what questions you have in the comment section. This is part 4 of the series. I'm going to come back with part 5 of the series and just show you how to build that respond to webhook node in N8N. We'll do a review of the agent. And then in part 6, I'm going to actually build the whole agent from beginning to end. I'm going to build it from scratch for you. That'll be a longer episode. I'm really excited for that, but that's the objective of this series. So yeah, if you like the content, please subscribe to my channel. It's Mike Armstrong-AI. And if you want to connect with me, if you want to build a voice agent for your business, whatever type of business you have, maybe you're in real estate, or you're in home services, you're in sales or recruitment, or you have some sort of dental or health clinic and you want to build a voice agent for your business, If you have a business where you get phone calls and you're missing phone calls, or you're just too busy to handle them sometimes, you can definitely benefit from voice agents. So from my channel, just go to dynaflow.ai and then click on this button, which is schedule your meeting. That will take me into Calendly, and then just select a date, a time, click next, put in your email, a reason, schedule the event, and then you and I can connect. But thanks very much, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.